Yes, everyone, I'm going to show you how you will be able to make £10,000 a month with online fitness coaching, right? And I'm going to show you how it would work if you were to work with myself or anyone else, right? And yeah, so I'll basically just run through it really quickly with yourself in not crazy detail, but just so you can see how you can basically create content in order to funnel it to your DMs and then close them in the DMs, and then from there, jump on a call. By the time they get on that call, they're basically sold already. They want to join you, they want your help, and then from there, you change their life. So let's get into it. So as you can see here, you've got to start, right? Always got to start. And then you basically go through the modules. You'd watch every video to get you set up, right? So you want to make sure you're doing everything properly. And the modules right there will basically help you run through everything and set up your business properly in order to make sure your client fulfillment is at the top. And then watch the sales calls and start learning how it works, right? Sales is super important. Because at the end of the day, if your sales skills are rubbish, then you're not gonna be able to close them. So you need to make sure you watch through them, and you'll do some practice as well, right? I like to do it with my guys. We do some sales practice once or twice a week. And then create your VSL as well. There's a few other things as well, but we'll jump onto that. But your VSL is very important, which is also stands for virtual sales letter, which will allow you to basically nurture them before they get on the call, so they trust you even more, and they've seen that you have struggled before and you understand where they come from. And then creating content, right? So we're going to jump into this. So we're going to start with the information content. So nothing too specific in detail, but this will convert, right? Trust me, this will convert. So I put a 3-to-4 ratio, but that is quite a strong ratio for the informational videos. And then pick your target audience, e.g. overweight people who want to lose 10 to 20 pounds, right? You can even go into more detail, right? You want to help people burn fat who struggle with confidence and they want to improve their self-esteem, something like that, right? But let's say you're aiming for people who want to lose weight, and then you make a video giving them advice on how to lose 10 pounds and look like a Greek god, or whatever your target audience is. But the trick here as well, right, with your content, I'll go into more detail with this in another video. With your content, you need to make sure you're coming across as a professional, right? If you just say, look, if you want to lose weight, walk every day, run every day, eat salad, you're going to lose weight, right? If you just say that, these are just the basic things that everyone knows. But if you can go into detail and actually talk about, right, a calorie deficit, how it works, glycolysis, all of these little things that just show that you actually know what you're talking about, then that's when you're going to bring in high quality leads and people who are going to pay you 3 to 5K up front, right, for your coaching program. So everything there, right, and then we'll go up here. So YouTube long form is the first sort of form that you'd use, and is probably one of the best ways to nurture your clients and basically bring them in as high quality and wanting to buy a program, right? These are where a lot of people want, because at the end of the day as well, once people watch your 30-minute long video, they're more likely to trust you than if they were to watch a quick 15-second video of you talking. Does that make sense? So long form is super important, but you need to make sure you be yourself and give tons of free info as well, right? If you can, the more free info you can give, the more they will trust you. The more they trust you, the more inclined they are to actually purchase your product. So that's one way. And then make shorts, right? So first 2 seconds of the video needs to be engaging and use a hook, right? Using a hook, all of these little things are going to help you to basically keep them on board for a longer period of time, right? Having an intro, anything like that. And then from there, post it. Info videos have the best conversion rate, so make them good, right? If you can show that you're a professional in your space, you will close clients for a larger amount of money, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's there, and then we'll jump back over here very quickly just so you can see, and then stories as well. So stories are honestly underrated, right? A lot of people don't post many stories, but stories are a great place to also nurture your clients. Show your day-to-day life, show you waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, show you eating porridge for breakfast, show you having a nice salad for lunch, right? Show you going to the gym. And these things, and if you post them daily and give info along with them, so like doing questions, running up polls and CTAs, then you will bring them in and they will trust you even more, right? So stories are a great way to do this. For the polls, right, you can do that 2 to 3 times a week, and they are a great way of basically picking out the people who are afraid to message you, let's say TTT, right? That's like your call to action. So you'd basically get them to fill out the poll, and then from there you get your setter or yourself to go through, and they would message everyone they think is qualified and is a possible fitness client, right? I've signed so many guys this way, and it's a very good way of doing it. And then CTAs as well, right? Call to actions. So having a CTA 2 to 3 times a week, or really depends, right? You don't want to overdo it with the CTAs, right? Sometimes once every 2 weeks is good, right? Just to build up that funnel. And the way I like to think about it, and I was told by someone, was think of it like you got a tube, right? And every time you drop a CTA, all like the little rats and mice that build up in that tube, they just come flushing out every time you post a CTA on your story, right? So the longer you leave your CTA, the more you're gonna build up, right? And as soon as you drop that CTA, that's when you get people flooding into your DMs, DMing you, coach, fit, whatever, right? And then from there, you build it up again. But you gotta make sure you're doing it at the correct time, and you're still posting your content and giving enough free info in order to bring them people into the funnel. So then as soon as you drop that CTA, they run straight out and they want to message you. Simple as that. But yeah, so that's one way. And then engagement farming, right? 1 out of 4, this is just in short detail. We'll go through another video about the content side, but short form, so Reels, TikTok Shorts, transformational videos, day in the lives, gym edits, these things get views, right? If you can post good stuff, like, I don't know, you doing a handstand to, I don't know, with good lighting and muscles looking good, you looking good, whatever, right? These are gonna get views. Day in the lives as well. They also show you, right? By posting stories, you're also gonna show your day in the life. If you can put a video together, let's say a minute-long video, 30-second video of you basically showing your life, people are more likely to trust you because they can relate to you, right? The more you can relate to your audience, the more they're gonna trust you. So these ones, and then gym edits as well, showing you in the gym, pumping weights, looking good, looking like their dream body, right? If you can show that they wanna get to where you wanna get to, where you are, then they're more likely to send you a message and ask for your help, right? So these are very good. And then, yeah, they need to be around 15 seconds long, make edits simple and clean. Sometimes doing too much can have a negative effect on views, right? This is so important. And I've seen it so many times as well, right? I've been posting for 3 to 4 years now, a lot longer than a lot of these other fitness consultants out there. So I know how consulting works, right? I know how editing works. I know how the content side works and how you've got to do it in order to build your followers, right? I've got over 500,000 followers across all my platforms now, probably pushing 700K actually. And look, obviously I would never be in that position if I didn't know how to post, right? So look, as I said, sometimes doing too much to your edits can have a negative effect on your views and your like counts and stuff like that. So simple is not always bad, right? And then from there, basically what we went through, look, also with the stories, the long form and the short form, it would send them to your DMs or Calendly questions, right? This really depends here on where you're sending them to, right? If they're going straight from your YouTube and they're booking a call straight into your description, which I recommend you have a Calendly link in your YouTube description of every video, and at the end of that video you say, look, if you're interested, you want to be coached by myself one-to-one, then book a call in the descriptions, and from there, boom, you kill it, right? But the aim of the game here also is to make sure in your Calendly, you've got questions there to make sure they're qualified. You don't want them to be jumping on the call and they're like 14 years old and they've got like £2 to their name, then, or $2, wherever you guys are from, right? So you don't want them to waste your time. But yeah, this is a good one to have in your YouTube link, YouTube description, and then qualifying them in the DMs. That could be through content or whatever, right? Long form, use YouTube videos, a video of yourself to nurture them, plus others that have been mentioned before, right? So all of these stuff, and then you book a call, right? Just keep nurturing them. And look, if you were part of a mentorship or anything like that, they will give you some sort of like DM script. So you've got that sort of structure, but then you've got to make sure it's also personal and as if you're texting them, right? You don't want it to look like it's AI or a robot. So book a call with them and then keep them busy. If the call is in a few days, message them, send a VSL and YouTube videos, etc. They must keep nurturing, right? You've got to keep them in that flow, right? Because as soon as you've got them booked on the call, their arousal is high, right? they want to start, they want to get going. So you got to get them on that call as soon as possible. You got to get them watching all your VSLs, your videos, your YouTube videos, so they can trust you even more, right? You want them to be sold pretty much before they even get on the call, right? I've signed so many guys purely because my setting was good, my YouTube videos were good, my VSL was good. So by the time they jumped on the call with me, they were like, yep, we want to join, and then boom, you've closed them like that. And then send a follow-up message on the day and 30 minutes before to remind them about the call, right? You've got to make sure you're following up, right? In the morning, 30 minutes before, an hour before, whatever, right? So as long as they reply and they know, they're going to join, boom, you'll be good and they'll be there. So yeah, send a follow-up during the day. You can even set that up with Calendly and whatever you're using in order to book the calls, and you can automate it so it sends it to their email, SMS, whatever, and then get them on a call and close them, right? Closing is probably one of the most important. The whole process is important. If something goes wrong with your content, if something's going wrong with your setting, or if something's going wrong with, I don't know, your calendar, then nothing's gonna work right. Think of it as a long straight line, right? That's the way it works. And if something's broken, if something's not working, it just stops there, and then the rest of it won't work. So that's why it's good to have your YouTube long form stuff in there, your DM scripts and everything like that, right? I'm kind of just rushing through it, but if that makes sense, hopefully that helps. And yeah, look, if you are interested in joining 3TM, right, then look, check the description. I'm gonna put a link in there for you guys to watch a few more videos, and then hopefully book a call with me, and I'll see you on that call. And yeah, because your life can change. I was generally like a lot of you guys. 6 months ago, I was dead broke, generally dead broke, until I figured out these things here, and I invested in myself, got a mentor. My life completely changed, right? My life completely changed. And from there, things just got 10 times better, right? I was financially a lot more independent. I didn't have to worry about the small things anymore. And purely because I knew how this all worked, right? And now I'm teaching you guys. So if you guys are looking to change your life and you wanna basically be able to buy whatever you wanna buy, and you're young, or you're in your 20s, 30s, or even 40s or 50s, and you wanna make this your full-time thing, then do it, right? There's nothing stopping you. It's all up here. Generally, it's all up here, right? If you get this right, then you will start killing it, right? I didn't think it would work at the beginning until I got everything I needed. And from there, within 30 days, I made like 6.8K in USD. Like crazy, right? 2 months before that, I was making 500 in 2 months. Like, generally, stuff can change very quickly. So yeah, I've waffled on a bit long there. But yeah, if you guys are interested, check out the description of the YouTube video, and I'll see you on the call.